well, I think we're going to get a lot more celebrations here. That's super exciting. It's a beautiful party. I love seeing Gordon back out on the West Coast and watching your guys start out here. Creating money. Moving forward, I mean, you're going to be so very great work. It's going to be an exciting time here at Skagit. And it's going to be fun and years.
As we look forward to everything, we appreciate it. Let's go put on the best dirt up we can, right?
Boy, if we can get that pressure out on Monday, a time or two, the next couple of nights, we're for a
go to Richmond. Dallas, watch your feet. Yep. Went and fucking crushed the fucking motor. I have the socket, I just need a ratchet.
Order 3X. Look under that and see if there's anything.
Here.
Where's that one coming in?
Same spot. Same spot. Okay, that'll work.
Okay, you got a dash 10, dash 8, dash 8. Yeah, I think it's double-ended.
remind you guys, our race night here at Skagit Speedway brought to you by Joe's Towing, 100.7 The Wolf, The Rock, 99.9 KISW, Birch Equipment Sales, Praise 106.5. Budweiser 0, Spaney Buildings, Heavy Duty Transaxle, Saratoga Speedway, David Manny in the Cafe 104.1 Morning Show, NumberedFilter.com, the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, the National Electrical Contractors Association. Points are on the line, 100 points to win, 97 for second, 94 for third, and so on and so forth on the way down. On the pole for this one will be Corbin Faber. Faber in the 26F out of Everett, Washington, and next to him in car number 0 out of Chico, California, the 4-time Dirt Cup champion, Jonathan Howard. Row number 2, car number 14 is Corey Day. Day comes to us from Clovis, California, and next to him, it's Joel Myers Jr., the 46 Junior, out of Santa Rosa, California. Our third row, Justin Sanders, Aromas, California, in the 2X. Next to him, Colfax, California, is Willie Croft in car number 29. And row number 4, that is the aforementioned Trey Starks, our 5th quickest qualifier. From Puyallup, Washington, next to him, it's Dominic Selzy, your quick time and defending Dirt Cup champion from Fresno, California, the 41. Ninth on the field, Brock Plumley. Brock makes his home out of Bow, Washington now. He is at 10L. Next to him from Central Point, Oregon, the 22 of Garrett Linder. And scheduled to start 11th in this double duty driver, as he's just saw him in a midget. Driving for Eric Rockwell in the 28R, it'll be Travis Jacobson. 11 cars, 8 laps. Points again on the line. Selzy right now has 200 points. Perfect night is 500 points. So if he can make his way from 8th to 1st somehow, he will have a full 300 coming out of the heat races and be set up very nicely for the 8th.
Then do you think starting 8th in your heat race you got work to do? Well, if you're perfect through your heat races, you're going to be the high point guy. And in the feature, that's where you really are going to have some work to do, Caleb. Going to be starting 16th in tonight's feature. So the inverts and the heat are fun. The inverts and the feature are going to be even more fun for us race fans.
Just look at the quality cars that he's got to try to drive by here in this heat race. Howard outside row 1. Day, Myers Jr., Sanders. Ready to go. So front row is Faber and Allard. Row number 2 is Day and Myers Jr. Row number 3, Sanders and Croft, Starks and Selzy, Lefley and Linder, and Jacobson. 5 Dirt Cup A-Main wins in the race alone. Correction, 6 Dirt Cup A-Main wins in this field alone. See how it sorts out. Faber's first start in 410. Off the ball in this, he's got Allard next to him. The veteran going to look to school the youngster. A couple of youngsters in the row behind him in Day and Myers Jr. Sanders, Croft, Stark, Selzy, Lemley, Linder, and Jacobson. out and on the raceway. So Bobber in 26R slowing to a stop. Smoke out the race car, and you can see him unbuckling the safety gear. Turn 2 restart zone that we've got going. This thing has caused all kinds of, I'm going to say fun, but it definitely adds a weird element into it that you don't see in sprint car racing in a whole lot of positions. In that our restart zone starts at an orange cone underneath the RPM performance sign on the back straightaway. You have to maintain single file status from that cone until a cone in the middle of the back straightaway at about the Cook Road shell sign. From there, game on. You guys can move out of line, pass for position, etc. All starting once you've made it past the second cone, and you're going to see drivers span out all over the place in turns 3 and 4. It's going to be an adventure.
I noticed that on Monday and thought it kind of reminded me of watching the sprint car racing videos back in the 80s when that was pretty prevalent. Backstretch restarts, the old national videos from the late 80s and early 90s.
So RPM Performance pace truck is pulling off. Watch Allard. Allard's going to get a first shot at this, and he can accelerate again at the RPM Performance sign in the back straightaway. He actually looked like he started going. Well, folks, how about it? Your winner, out of Aromas, California, Justin Sanders gets the victory. Nice.
How was that for your heat race, number 1?
Car was really good after that restart. I really needed that to kind of get going again. I was able to get a really good start down the back straightaway. Timed it right when Jay took off, and they both went to the bottom, and I was able to keep speed up through 3 and 4 on that start. So that's what really set me in position to make the pass going into 1, and the car stuck really good. So I think I kind of made the right decision. Got to work on the car a little bit better, probably for the dash in the future, but hopefully can get this thing up front.
Congratulations once again, Justin Sanders and the 2X.
Tonight's main event, where the top 16 in points combined from your heat race and qualifying will lock into tonight's main event. On the pole, Andy Caruana from Nidri, Victoria, Australia, that 96 AU car into his outside. From Visalia, California, the 26 is Corey Eliason. Row 2 from Lincoln, California, the 38B is going to be Blake Carrick into his outside, and car number 42X, TK, Tim Kading. Fifth starter from Jacksonville, Oregon, in the 18 TLB, Tanner Holmes, and rolling off 6th from Hanford, California, car number 21T, Mitchell Jacinto. Row number 4, these are the guys that were fastest in this heat race from qualifying. Starting 7th from Burlington, Washington, and car number 18 is Jason Solwell. The fastest car in this heat race comes from Indianapolis, Indiana, in the 57W. It's Sunshine, Tyler Courtney. The Liaison from Benicia, California, in the 26 will start 9th alongside the Morgan Hill, California native of JJ Ringo in car number 2K. Brett McGuy, from Arlington, Washington, in the 66 will start 11th. They line up here in heat race number 2. Boy, we'll see if someone can come from maybe 6th, 7th, or 8th here in this heat race. Or can we get one of those upsets, Caleb, of a guy that had a tough go in qualifying, missed the invert, and make up some points?
A guy that is, I don't want to say flying under the radar, but a guy that's had a rough last, I'm going to say, year and change here at Skagit Speedway. This is going to sound odd, but Jason Solwell hasn't won here since 2020. He went over last year. Yep, he started this one. I would expect if we get another scenario where you get one of those back straightaway restarts, that Solo will be one of the drivers to take advantage of it. But we got to get one first. Let's see how it plays out.
Randy Caruana and Corey Eliason from that front row. Eliason an All-Star regular this year, 8th in All-Star Circuit of Champions points. The All-Stars points leader starts 8th there in the seat race. Tyler Courtney picked up his first career Ohio Sprint Speed Week win last week. Won Speed Week last year without getting a win. Leading All-Star Circuit of Champions points, 2018 USAC Midget Champion and 2019 USAC National Sprint Car Champion, and that works Unlimited 57. Here we go. Heat race number 2, 8 laps, earning points. Andy Caruana and Corey Eliason are green at the starting line. Comes home in 10th, 9th Andy Caruana, 8th to the 18 Tia Tanner Holmes, 7th to the 18 of Jason Sowald, 6th goes to the 2K of JJ Ringo, 5th to the 21C of Mitchell Jacinto, 4th to the 57W of Tyler Courtney, 3rd to the 38B of Blake Carrick, 2nd to the 42X of Tim Kading, and picking up the win, driving the race for the Foundation number 26C. How about a round of applause for Corey Eliason? Corey, an all-star winner this year at East Bay Raceway Park in February. The Rudy Racing team brought 2 trailers from Indianapolis fresh off of Kodak Gasket Ohio Sprint Speed Week presented by Hercules Tires. So, busy week for them. Ashley Llewellyn will have a chat with the Visalia, California native.
Oh, there we go. 26 of Corey Eliason, a 2-second lead from second place. How you feeling in heat number 2?
Definitely a lot better than I was in qualifying. Kind of buried us and screwed us. Put us on the front row, so we really had no choice but to win, but the guys stuck with it. And we had a good car. I guess we had a big lead, I guess, from what you said. But we'll go back, we'll work on it. Hopefully we're in the future and we can do something there.
Absolutely. Congratulations on your first place finish in the heat race number 2. Corey Eliason in the 26th.
Washington car number 96. That is Greg Hamilton. Hamilton will go right next to the 21 car out of Arlington, Washington. That is Jesse Schlottbelt. Row number 2 is made up of Luke Didiak. Didiak from Wannock, British Columbia in 9A. And the Shark next to him. First appearance for Sean Becker at Skagit Speedway in about 15 years, driving the Cook Motorsports number 22X out of Roseville, California. Row number 3, it's Ryan Robinson. Robinson, the Forest Hill, California driver of the 56 Junior. Next to him from Hanford, California, car number 88N is DJ Neto. 4th row, Angola, Indiana, Zeb Wise drives the 26R for Radine Racing, and next to him Fremont, California's Shane Golovic, the 17W. Justin Youngquist in the 95 from Burlington, Washington. He was our best timing in 360 in the Bangs Racing car. Next to him, driving the Roots Racing number 8R from Modesto, California, it's Tony Gomez. Ashley Johnson will start 11th on the field. Ferndale, Washington, it is the 0J, so 11 cars going for 8 more laps. And 100 points to the winner, 97 for second, 94 for third, 91 for fourth, down by 3 points per position through the heat race field. It is the exact same scoring matrix as the Knoxville Nationals uses. Right now show a vote and a promoter provision. So 26 cars going for 50 grand on Saturday night. 50 laps. Gonna be fun. RPM Performance Pace Truck still has the lights on as the field forms up 2 by 2. And Blake, it's weird to think that Shane Golovic is underrated because he's accomplished so much, but you want to talk about a driver who doesn't quite get enough press.
Couldn't agree more.
Outside row number 4, he is one of the most talented in the country, and now he's got to make his way through this heat race. Lights go out. Looking for a side-by-side start of the white chalk stripe in the middle of corner number 4. Hamilton and Schlottfeld. We are from the back, Ashley Johnson at 11, Justin Youngquist in 10, Tony Gomez in 9th, Luke Didiak in 8th, Ryan Robbins in 7, Sean Becker 6th, Shane Golovic from 8th to 5th, DJ at 04, Zeb Wise 7th to 3rd, Jesse Schlottfeld 2, and your winner from the pole, Burlington, Washington's Greg Hamilton. 100 points in the bank for Smiling Greg, as we will give him a second to get the helmet off. And Ashley will tuck her head into the cockpit, get a word with heat race number 3 winner.
G. Hammy with a big lead on heat race number 3. Hamilton, how you feeling?
Pretty good. I mean, these things are a whole different than what we're all used to, so just trying to get as comfortable as we can and maybe starting to figure it out.
All right, anything you want to change or adjust, or are you just going to leave it the same and hammer down?
We're not sure yet. We'll see if we're doing any farming or not.
All righty, well, congratulations once again on heat race number 3.
pole to her outside from Lincoln, California in the 83T, Tanner Carrot. Logan Forler from Boise, Idaho in the 2L and the 69, a Bud Kading from San Jose, California, make up row 2. Third row to the inside from Harrisburg, Oregon, the 7 is Tyler Thompson, and starting 6th from Lake Stevens, Washington, will be Austin Waitley in the 44W. Making the long tow up from Tucson, Arizona in the 115, Nick Parker will roll off 7th, and starting 8th from Redding, California, the 2XM, Max Midfree. 9th starter from Covington, Washington, the 10G is Dana Glenn, and your 10th and final starter from Deer Island, Oregon, the 34 is TJ Richmond. 10 cars for 8 laps here, Caleb.
I think we might have had another hiccup in the, yep, actually it was outside row number 4. Your quick qualifier in this group should be the Madman Kerry Madsen
okay.
on the racetrack.
Saw that on the screen as you showed, but our lineup's missing.
Well, it wouldn't be Dirk up if the computer didn't just bark at us once or twice.
That's all right.
It happens.
We'll get through it, right?
Originally from St. Mary's, New South Wales, now making his way
Knoxville.
That's right. The second greatest state in the Union, Iowa, right?
You could argue that.
It's debatable.
It's debatable.
It's a great place, and here we are at one of the crown jewel events, certainly the crown jewel of the West.
Dennis Roth not in the National Supercar Hall of Fame. He's won the Knoxville Nationals. He's won nearly 100 outlaw races. Won with pretty much every sanctioned body under the sun.
Yep.
410s.
Fostered careers for a lot of drivers.
Yes.
A lot of guys have come through the Roth Enterprises 83 and down success.
This year fielding 2 cars. Kerry doing some traveling in the 83 junior car. That'll be the Toyota powered car. I believe that they have the Toyota power plant in tonight. Got the white wing on top. Here we go. Final heat of the night. The opening night of the 50th Annual Draper Memorial Dirt Cup. 8 laps the distance. Bailey Susich and Tanner Carrot. Here comes Logan Fuller down the inside. Down to the yellow, gonna fly. No stars. Man, Logan Forler did not want to see that. Great car.
Haskell and $200 for that particular one.
Yes.
Front row, not the best turn one for them. Logan said,
not.
"Okay, thank you." Our Deb Blackman is Kirby Hoyle, by the way. Eric Coons is the guy running the line.
Earlier today.
Yep. Those are the 2 guys making the calls on that.
So we'll try it again. Logan Forler's chagrin is Bailey Susich and Tanner Carrot. Go in the Roth Enterprises 83 as well as 2L Logan Forler, first red flag of the night. Good to see it. Bailey Susich out of the car and Kerry Madsen quickly out of the Roth Enterprises 83.
We saw it all happen on Flow Racing here. Good to see Bailey out of the race car first and foremost. Frustrated for sure. Look back and Madsen caught the tail end of that. Bailey was flipping and it came down into her, nowhere to go coming off forward. You can see steam erupting from underneath the Roth Enterprises 83.
Skagit safety crew quickly on the scene there. Logan Forler and the 2L car are going to head to the work area. And I know Logan Forler back there as well, Caleb.
So 2 cars have been crashing in the work area, and you can see one of our drivers actually down there. As you can see, the driver suits milling around and trying to help Kerry. I saw Tim Kading. I thought I saw Shane Golovic looking up in there at one point in time, but he might have come down.
I usually like to identify the crew members, but I admit I don't know as many as the West Coast guys as I'd like to. But I love to identify the crew members for those of you watching on phone here in the grandstands, because those guys, the unsung heroes, work their tails off, and you can see a great view of the Skagit Casino sign there for those of you on Flow Racing here in the grandstands. That's where they're working on the backstretch, being right to the right-hand side of the scoreboard there under the Skagit Casino sign. If you're looking for some afternoon entertainment tonight after the races.
Yep. So here's two wonderful things about the Skagit.
All right.
It's air conditioned.
Yeah.
So if you get a little overheated tomorrow.
And better odds on the craps tables.
Sure.
Okay.
The other thing I was going to say is that the food's good.
Okay.
Noted. It's good grub. So
I will say, I'll have to see if I can get my chauffeur for the week, John Hager, to run me over there.
Okay. See if GM John will run you around.
Yeah. From Hagerty Reality Services.
So taking a look, they are thrashing on the Madsen machine.
So after this, we got to tabulate the points and such, so it'll be a good opportunity to grab a bite to eat at the concession stand, get a 410 or 360 hot dog, mac and cheese. They got some cool items. Boy, look at that. Kerry Madsen going to give it a go.
Boy, that
wobble on the front end.
Yeah, that left front was shaking something serious as he came out.
He's going to try it. I think that really shows right there just how valuable these points are. He's going to try to get a couple of points. Try his luck here. He's going to start 10th. Be 9th there. A little debris rolling off the 83 Junior. That beautiful Skagit Speedway Car-Mart USA pace truck out there. Looking for a new or used car, Sweet by Car-Mart. Just south of us on Interstate 5, right? Burlington.
You should see all the mods to that pace vehicle. There's some cool stuff on it.
Got a good introduction to it by Peter Murphy the last couple days. The lights are quite bright, especially at night when they're shining right in your face. Pete gave us the warm welcome. Here we go. Interesting to see what the Madman can do for the back. Gonna restart 9th, trying to pick up a couple of points. Meanwhile,
Very cool stuff. Go check it out, and all benefiting a great cause.
Wonderful cause. The Race Redeem Foundation does such a great job. RaceRedeem.org. You can see their banner just off of turn number 4. It'd be the just to the left of the Bud Light Seltzer banner where they're entering the racetrack. But the foundation does a wonderful job, and we have our Race Redeem Foundation race, and the foundation comes in and donates a lot of money to local organizations where our race is. This year it's right outside of Kansas City, so we work with several organizations in the Kansas City area that folks that are fighting addiction and trying to get help to get everything around them, their lives. I didn't view addiction in the correct way, and after sitting through several seminars with them and really learning about it, I learned that it truly is a disease. It's some of these people, it's not a choice, it's a disease, and trying to help them out and get the help that they need to be able to stay sober and fight that addiction. And they do such a wonderful job, and I'm really happy to get to work with Kevin and everyone.
In points. So drivers 21 through 44 here tonight in points.
And we did scratch the C,
We did.
So that saves a little bit of time and helps out some of these teams.
It's going to be 15 laps. Top 4 drivers advance to the back of the day. Just look at the names that you see up in the front of this. First guy on the outside looking in, your pole sitter from Clovis, California, is the 14, Corey Day. And next to him, from Visalia, California, Team Racing 26, it is Corey Eliason.
Sean Becker from Roseville, California, the 22X, and multi-time dirt cut champion Jonathan Allard from Chico, California. Hard to believe. That's how tough it is tonight. Gotta come from the B.
Row number 3 is a heat race winner on the night.
It is.
Garrett from Lincoln, California, inside the 3rd row at 83T. Next to him, one of our youngsters from Arlington, Washington, it's Jesse Schlockwell in 21.
Greg Hamilton, another heat race winner from Burlington, going to start on the inside of row number 4. And Luke Nidia from, it says Vancouver, but Wannet, British Columbia.
Yes. Row number 5 is Logan Forler from Boise, Idaho, the 2L starting 10th. Andy Caruana out of Victoria, Australia, the 96 AU.
Row 6, you got the 2XM of Max Mitry from Redding, California, to his outside. And another dirt cup champion to his outside. Outside from Burlington, Washington, Justin Youngquist in car number 95.
Scheduled to start 17th from Central Point, Oregon, the 22 of Garrett Linder. Next to him from Modesto, California, the Ritz Racing 8R of Tony Gomes.
And 10th row, Dana Glenn in the 10G from Covington, Washington, and former Dirt Cup runner-up from Lake Stevens, the 28R, Travis Jacobson.
Ashley Johnson scheduled to go last for the 5th Jay from Ferndale. Looks like Linder makes a late push down the line to get the Nazi Susage, who was involved in that big wreck on the front straightaway from earlier. Madsen didn't make the A main directly.
8th in points, I think, 7th, 8th, right in there.
Shows you the value of a good time trial lap, and he ended up scrambling his way at least up to 7th place finish in his heat race.
7th. And keep in mind that invert 16, and these guys outside of the invert obviously got to transfer. They're 21st, 22nd, 23rd, and 24th.
Correct.
Starter.
However, gives them the opportunity to score points into the A main tonight. RPM Performance Base Truck, lights are going to go out quickly. Let me go signal here we oil on our flat stands. We're going to go 15 times for the top 4 finishers. Tag back to tonight's A-Day event mile play oval of Skagit Speedway. Corey Day in 14, Corey Eliason in 26, Sean Becker in 22, Jonathan Allard in 0. Those 4 cars will start in the transfer spots to begin with. Keep an eye on the battle for 4th and final transfer as Day and Eliason will duke it out for the B-Main win. laps remaining. Corey Day is second, Jonathan Howard is third, and Jesse Schlachtel in the fourth spot. Sean Becker will restart 5. Tanner Carrick is 6th, Luke Didiak is 7th, Logan Forward is 8th, Max Victory is 9, and Amy Caruana will be 10. Aton should restart 11, Lemley 12, Linder 13, Rico 14, Youngquist, Gomes, Jacobs, and Johnson all laps down at this point in time.
Keep in mind, even in the B main here, earning points for the guys that don't even transfer. So, you know, with combining points from both nights, picking up a spot for 13th, 14th, that could matter tomorrow night.
These are all worth 2 points per position for the non-transfer cars as well. So, like you said, every point does matter, and this is going to be extremely interesting. Again, from fourth on back, Elias will get the benefit of clean air trying to restart and to set the pace. Day and Allard in and behind him. They're going to set him loose. Back straightaway restart coming here. And again,
chaos begins.
Yes, indeed. Here it comes. Corey Eliason leading them down. Corey Day, Jonathan Allard, Jesse Schlachtel, your transfer cars. Sean Becker, Greg Hamilton,
retaining wall. You can see here, those of you in the grandstands, just to about a block and a half behind you. You can see where he made contact with that outside retaining wall. For those of you watching off low, going to be the bottom left-hand side of your driveway. Some would say it's important.
It's just a question. However, Caruana's night. Corey Day, Jonathan Howard, and Jesse Schlachtel are in the transfer positions. Car immediately outside, it's the 96 of Greg Hamilton, and it's the 9 of Luke Didiak, and the 83 of Tanner Carrick. Oh, look out. On the field, it's Dana Glenn from the back to the front. Glenn, Caruana, Lemley, all DNFs as well as Bender. Youngquist in 16th, Jacobson in 15th, Ashley Johnson in 14th, Tony Gomes in 13th, JJ Ringo in 12th, Billy Aton in 11, Logan Orler in 10, Garen Linder in 9, Luke Didiak in 8, Max Mitri in 7, Tanner Carrick in 6, Greg Hamilton in 6, Tanner Carrick in 5, and your transfer cars. 4th place, Jesse Schlachtel. 3rd place, Corey Day. 2nd place, Jonathan Allard. And your winner, and starting 21st on tonight's A main events, Corey Eliason. gonna shoot some t-shirts up into the stands. Allie's got the t-shirt gun. Down on the front straightaway with her trusty sidekick. I don't know what her sidekick's name is. I'm gonna call her Joe. With her trusty sidekick Joe, we're gonna blast some t-shirts or try. So, is the fire breathing for their way to the staging area, and the crews make their way to the live pit in the infield, so you can watch every single thing that happened here in the stands and on Flow Racing. I'm going to ask you one more time. Here on night number 1 of the Jim Raper Memorial Dirt Cup, the 50th annual running of it, presented by the Skagit Casino Resort, Skagit Speedway. Are you ready for 410 sprint cars? It's time to get thunderstruck. Ladies and gentlemen, the field is fine. 30 laps, 16 car in for 8 events of the preliminary night. Night number 1 of the Jim Raper Memorial Dirt Cup. On the pole out of Santa Rosa, California, driver of the 56 Junior, it is Joel Myers Jr. Next to him, the 42X from San Jose, TK Tim Katie.
Row number 2, Colfax, California. The Holy Smokes Barbecue 29 is Willie Croft to do his outside. A young rising star here in the West Coast from Harrisburg, Oregon. The 7 is Tyler Thompson.
Row number 3, it's the Carlton and Sons number 21 team. Mitchell DeSingo out of Hanford, California. The Netto out of Indiana. Next to him, DJ Netto from Hanford, California.
Row 4 making the long tow from Tucson, Arizona. The 115 is Nick Parker and rolling off 8th. Right down and back in a 410 sprint car from Lake Stevens, Washington. The 44W is on the lead.
Row number 5, call Scotty. Scotty's plumbing the 18 car. Jason Solo next to him. It's the Mitchell Motorsports 2X of Justin Sanders.
6th row to the inside from St. Mary's, New South Wales, Australia. The Madman, Kerry Madsen, and the 83 Junior to his outside from Gallup, Washington. The 55 car, Trey Starks.
Starting at run number 7 on the inside, the first driver there. Starting 13th from Angola, Indiana, it's the 26R of Zeb Wise. Next to him from Fremont, California, the NOS Energy Drink 17W of Shane Gollivet.
Row 8, the 2 high point guys to the inside, the defending Dirt Cup champion from Fresno, California. The 41 is Dominic Selzy. Starting 16th, the high point man coming into this one from Indianapolis, Indiana, Sunshine Tyler Courtney.
There are your walk-ins, ladies and gentlemen, Skagit Speedway. These drivers are going 4 wide to salute you, the fans. In response, we ask that you rise to your feet. We ask that you make some noise, because, ladies and gentlemen, the preliminary night of the Jim Raper Memorial Dirt Cup 2022 is on the track. Let them hear it! Place starter is the 56 of Ryan Robinson out of Forestville, California. Next to him, Tanner Holton, Jacksonville, Oregon in car number 18. 19th place Canadian in the 69. Next to him, Blake Garrett in 38B. Then your BB move-ups in Corey Linus and Jonathan Howard, Corey Day, and Jizzy Schluckville. 24 cars for 30 laps.
I'm pumped. My first day made here at Skagit. 16 car invert.
30 times around, fast guys in the back having to pick their way through.
Let's do it.
All right, Myers on the inside, Katie on the outside. Setting the pace, driving down in corner number 3.
How about this? Joel Myers, the young gun, 16 years old, and the veteran, Tim Kading.
Coming out of corner number 4. period is going to be not only tonight, but all 3 nights here of Dirt Cup. See what the Zero Heroes can do to crash that car for G back. Me and Jonathan communicate nicely.
They do.
They can get this swapped out and back out there.
And you know,
Be the Zero.
it's cool to see Dalton's on the car. Dalton's longtime partners and promoter Peter Murphy. Peter Murphy drove the Williams Zero back in the early 2000s, and they're still down quickly to the attention of, as you said, the Zero Heroes.
Get Ashley on the scene to get a quick look at the damage on the left front of that race car. And Ashley, it sure looks like they're going for a complete front end swap out. What do you see?
They are working hard down here in the Zero pit area. It was a shock mount, so they elected to grab an axle, and they're going to do a complete swap for the Zero car of Jonathan Haller.
Okay, so far with Joe Myers being behind him, Tyler Thompson is 3, BJ Harold, Billy Craft in position 5, Justin Sanders is 7, Oscar 98, Nick Parker is 9, and Jason Solwald rounds out the top 10 in the current running order.
Kerry Madison 11, Tyler Cooney 12, Shane Goldick 13, Trey Starks 14, and Seb Wise rounds out the top 15.
If you're just tuning in, starting on the back straightaway here at Skagit Speedway, here's a look at the back straightaway restart. It's Tim Canady with his first shot at it. TK, Myers, and Thompson 1 through 3. Let the chaos begin right here.
Big people stand up.
On the raceway, we did get a lap complete, so Allen will be a lap down if they can get that swapped out.
You can see Jesse Schlott moving around in the car there with his hand, and Ryan Robinson, Corey Eliason popping his helmet off. So Caleb, I know open reds work differently all over the country. How do your open reds work here at Skagit?
So open reds at Skagit Speedway, you can do just about anything with 2 exceptions. You cannot switch a tire. If the tire is going down and you have to switch it, you go to the back of the field.
Yep.
If you're going to put fuel in it, you have to have a funnel close. That's really it. Anything else you want to do, have at it.
So pretty much the same as what I have with the All-Stars. You can do anything but change a tire, and that's about it.
And even then, if I remember correctly, they did institute, I believe, a 1 tire rule for the main event here at Dirt Cup, which is a little bit different than our normal racing. So I'm not sure how the tire swap rule would work on that. I'll have to check on it. Get at the back of it to shove her off. Part of what that shows you, though, Blake, is the bottom there, right on the berm, might actually be fairly soft.
It is. I know earlier today they were working the berm. There was a lot of water settled down there at the beginning of the afternoon when I was checking the racetrack out right there in turn 3 at the gap. About 3 o'clock this afternoon, there was a nice amount of water kind of settled at the bottom of the racetrack. I thought maybe the guy can get down there and find that here late, that maybe there'll be some moisture down there. But boy, we've seen our leaders pretty much running the high side.
With
exhilarating here at Skagit.
Some exceptions, some of the drivers have at least been able to use the bottom side to start slide job off.
Yep.
We'll see if it actually comes in a little bit.
Station too. I don't know if you know that.
His YouTube channel is big.
Booming.
Yeah, if you ever want to see some really interesting sprint car content, Tanner Holmes puts out weekly stuff as much as he's running. It's utterly fascinating.
His younger sister Carly, they're running, and she's I think 15 now, and one of those 5 hours ish more.
6 to 6 and a half, depending on which part of Seattle traffic you get that in. And a cool place, and guys who work with us on scheduling here at Skagit Speedway. That way we can make sure that our sprint cars in the Northwest get to all big races without having conflicts.
MVP down in Dean Mills, he's a huge part of NARC and the history of the sport on the West Coast. So hi Dean, it's gutted for the young guns from California. Just absolutely hammering the high side. And you get up above that narrow cushion, and at that point, as you can see, along for the ride. And good to see Joel hopping out of the car under his own power.
He had visually narrowed the gap on Tim Casey. It was down, and it's been about as big as 7 to 8 car lengths. He was down to about 3 hard going into 3, and it costs him a runner-up run here at Dirt Cup on prelim night 1.
How about a round of applause for the safety crew quickly on the scene? We hate to have to get those guys out there, but boy, it sure is nice to have them there quickly on the scene. Caleb, we're closing in.
Pinto and Sanders, Wheatley, Croft, Courtney, Madsen, and Starks. 11 is Nick Parker, 12 Jason Solwall, 13 Shane Golovic, 14 Corey Day, 15 Zeb Weiss, 16 excels not moved that much on the field. Bud Katie 17, Aaron 18, Tanner Holmes is back on the racetrack, 19 on the lead lap, lights are out. Next straightaway restart again. This is fun. Heart rate's coming up, RPM's coming up right now. TK waiting a little bit back. Massive collision in turn number 3. Austin Wheatley's 44 car, Tanner Holmes' 18 car, safety crew scrambling quickly to the scene of the wreck. Well, our safety crews quickly to turn 3, and all concerned at the moment for the 2 drivers that are over there, Wheatley and Holmes. And we will let you guys know the second that we hear anything that we can report. Tanner Holmes' 18T car is now being towed away from the accident in the corner. And you can see the front end of the Holmes car is just mangled.
Guess what? He's sitting up.
Both Ashley and Jim Allen have reported to me that Austin Wheatley is awake and communicating within the car from the 44. And that's all the information right now that we're comfortable sharing with you guys. I try to make it a point not to comment on the medical status of the driver other than what can be directly observed or relayed to me. That's to protect their privacy. So right now we can say, we've had it confirmed from 2 sources, Austin is awake and communicating with safety officials over in corner number 3. As would imagine take a trip to a local medical facility to
Get looked over.
Yeah, for sure.
Wouldn't be a bad idea.
That was that collision in turn 3, Blake. The velocity in which that happened, the speed in which he carried just on the nose strike of that race car into the wall in the third quarter, and then the speed at which the collision happened with him and Holmes was frightening at best.
I'm sure he probably didn't come up too much into the 360 years. He pretty much stays in the 410s quite a bit.
I think he ran the sides car at an outlaw show or two.
Yep, he ran that car with a lot of success through the years. Ran into a top 5. Got a good idea of where the racetrack is. Obviously, or past halfway. Kind of know what they have on the racetrack. So at that point, it's kind of make those tiny adjustments to get to where you need. It makes me wonder, does it pay it in time and winning for a long time? Partnering with the Bates team out of California. You look at California right now, showing out 1, 2, and 3 cars that you see quite often in action with the NARC King of the West Sprint Car Series. Then an Oregon car and back to California.
Our locals need to step up a little bit. We're off the pace, just a smidge in this inning. But time to recover. All right. All right, we're going back to action. Light out. After that little bit of a delay, he's still got their stuff in tip-top shape. $16 in, 14 remain. Katie goes
Give us about 4 or 5 laps to get to lap traffic. If we go green to checkered, 11 to go, we're going to have to deal with it for a handful of laps.
It would have been fascinating to see him have to weave and bob and get in through. It's just not looking like it's going to be in the cards too much here. As it starts the 55 car at the bottom of turn number 2, and they get Croft the 29 up by the Otis Concrete sign. That are sitting cattywampus on the track and getting into the corner. There's the Joe's Racing Products replay. And
I wonder if Willie didn't maybe expect Trey to go down quite that hard, because you see Trey kind of right there.
Day, 57. Y is up to 9.
Corey Day came through the B main.
Yes, he did. Nice run.
Backstretch restarts. Here we go, Caleb.
Katie, again.
coming out of TK. His first win here at the Dirt Cup in a prelim night in 23 years. How about that Skagit?
That was killer.
TK is pumped up.
Tyler Courtney goes 16th to 6. I think you're pretty well sewn in for your high point after night one with that kind of run. Tyler Thompson 7, Zeb Wise 8, Kerry Madsen 9, and Jason Solwald unofficially rounding out your top 10.
How about Corey Day? The top 5
From 18.
Corey Day started 23rd.
Oh,
23rd and 5th. Tim Kading has to earn it. And I think Ashley Llewellyn's about to talk to a very, very excited Tim Kading. Look at the excitement. I mean, wasting no time, Caleb.
he's out of the car. Let him hear it. TK.
Good night. I think we're a high point guy, but yeah, I just need to get up on the wheel a little bit more there in the feature to get more spots. But I think we got a good car. Definitely got a good car to go in the next 2 nights and see what we can do on Saturday.
Oh yeah, you know, we qualified great. We were quick time, 8th to 5th in the heat, and you know, the main event just could never get rolling. Had an open red. I think I steered us in the wrong direction. I had us tighten up, and we were probably too tight already, and just weren't very good on the top, weren't very good on the bottom. Floundered. Another open red. We were a little bit better. I think we ran 12th, so pretty average in the feature. Really good to start the night. So we just need to get a little bit better. Gonna get hydrated tonight. Want to thank my new sponsor, Coors Light, and we'll see what we can do tomorrow.
Thank you, Dom.
Thanks, man.
It was good. Actually, not that great to start. I think we qualified like 22nd. Backed it up in the heat race, just trying stuff. Even though we had a good package from Monday night, just thought we could get a little more out of it. We went the wrong way. So went back to the notebook from Monday, and I think we started 23rd or something, ended up running 10th. So good points night. I'm not too sure if there's passing points or not, but I hope there was, and hopefully salvage one. So hopefully have a better start tonight tomorrow. Thank you. Yep.
My balls. Choo.
Ready to go?
You alright, bud?
I'm alright.
Oh man, I don't know what I did. How was night one in Dirt Cup, TK?
Great. You know, it's a great way to start the week off. You know, with a head of confidence and being able to run up front, put ourselves where we needed to. We didn't qualify as good as we did, but you know, we're good. I got Dom.
Good job.
No, it's like starting right. But no, Dom did a good job. Thanks, Sunshine. You know, this one was for the old guys, man. You know, we're few and far between on getting wins anymore between anybody over 40. So hopefully we can you know, continue the success all week and put ourselves in contention somewhere on Saturday.
One for the old San Jose days, huh?
Yeah, just bring one home. That's all I want to do.
There we go.
It was really good. We were able to qualify good and get to the heat race. Fell back at the beginning of the feature, but we were able to drive back forward and get back to the podium. So I'm happy with it, and I'm excited to get back tomorrow.
Thank you.
It's good. It's my first night in a Routine car, and different chassis to what I'm used to, different motors, so it took a little bit to adjust, but overall a really solid night. I think we should probably be top 4 in points after the first night, so put together another good night tomorrow and set us up good for 50 grand.
Thank you.
It went pretty good for us. We struggled Monday and just didn't know how tonight was going to go, and we set a pretty good qualifying lap, I felt like, for when we went out. Got a good heat race in and got to start up front and stayed up front most of the race. Fell a little bit at the end, but a lot better than I think we expected even, so that was really good.
It's pretty good. You know, we didn't time in exactly where I would like to be, but we made it through the heat race and started 6th in the feature, and kind of was struggling at the beginning, just kind of trying to buy my time and cautions and whatnot. Sure hope Austin Wheatley's okay. You know, got going there about midpoint, right about that. You know, that red kind of helped us. We were able to change some things around and tune up some things, and got going around the top and felt good up there too, and had a last lap that I made some ground, and you know, I think if I would have did a couple things a little different, we could have been came out on the other side of it. Always fun racing with Tim. He left me a lane, I left him a lane, and second's better than wrecking, and look forward to tomorrow night.
Yep, thank you.
I gotta find him now.
Have a good night, boys.